Alright, before I hook up this machine, I've 3D printed what looks like a TurboGrafx, and the image on here is amazing. But I want to show it's a Raspberry Pi 3 because I mean I could build any newer system on, but really there's no reason, because the TurboGrafx is not a powerful machine if I'm going to make a standalone to put a Pi 4 or a Pi 5. I mean, sure, it'll play it, unless you want to like decide to add more stuff. But like if you want like the standalone like this one, then I mean, this is the way to go. And the image on here is just amazing. It's very oriented from the original, the TurboGrafx Mini. If you guys have seen the real TurboGrafx Mini, then you would know that this will resemble that. So let's get this up and going here. I will hook up the controller I got. That was a perfect fit. This is an Xbox One controller I found that was the orange and black to pretty much match, the console and stuff itself. So it was exactly what I wanted. I'll get this. There we go. I was gonna stop the video, but I'm just gonna hook up this controller real quick. I gotta get the. There we go. Get that. Now this is like a mega long. I think it's at least 6 foot long cable. So when I plug this in, I can sit way back on the couch if I need to. It's not a wireless controller, but the truth is, this particular one is crazy far away. So, I think it looks like it's pretty good and centered here. I'll scoot back a little bit, make sure you got. If you look, alright, first of all, we got a full scroll back and forth. I can use either the thumb pad digital or the analog to move back and forth, either one. So these are the TurboGrafx Hue card games. These are the ones that came on the little. I should have grabbed one. I don't want to go to the basement and grab mine, but I have a whole bunch of these. But these were little Hue cards, and the way this one's designed is I hit the B button. I'm in the menu that I want to be in, so I hit the B. The way the design is that I'm already in a particular console. But this GUI interface for the RetroPie is that I'm going to hit back, and then there's going to be this drop-down menu that says, what console do I want to pick and look at? So we were on regular TurboGrafx-16, we're going to go down, PC Engine CD. Now, we've switched to the white, which would have been what the console looked like, and then these are the CD-ROMs. And it's all just a whole plethora of CD-ROMs. We're just in the letter B's. If we hit select, we can go, all the way down and select, an I, and just keeps going and going. Hit select, and go down, hit T's. There's all these. The PC Engine was the Japanese TurboGrafx. So hit B, we're going to go down to TurboGrafx CDs. So you got all these tons to choose from. I hit select, I can go down to a certain letter. Hit A, and then there's Lords of Thunder, which is a fan favorite. Monster Lair, one of my favorites. And we'll play that here in a minute. B, and then now we're going to look at the SuperGrafx. The SuperGrafx itself was an amazing system, and it just wasn't up to par to compete with 32-bit stuff that had just come out. So, what they did is they had like two 16-bit the chips inside there, and was trying to like compete with full 32-bit consoles, which just wasn't going to happen with the. But there's Ghouls and Ghosts. This Darius Plus is amazing, and if you look, it got to the end over here, and then it scrolled back over to the other, because there's not a whole bunch of games. By the way, this Grand Zort, amazing. So, here's the RetroPie menu if you need any of the editing thing. And here's the PC Engine HuCard games. Here's the 15-in-1 collection. And there should be, I mean, hundreds. I mean, just hundreds and hundreds. I'm just going to hold the button and see how far it scrolls for a little bit. But, okay, it gets crazy. Hundreds and hundreds. There's hundreds. But I'll show you the details about that here in just a minute. So we're back around to TurboGrafx. So this is a full TurboGrafx PC Engine, TurboGrafx CDs, PC Engine CDs, and SuperGrafx build. So I just wanted to show you TurboGrafx and Monster Layer. I'll show the CD pop up and spin. I'm gonna have to look up. I think the guy's name that built this particular what do we call it, the GUI interface that's a theme for RetroPie was RetroPython. Yeah, I think so. Like that's what I said. You can pick 1 or 2 players. I want to show you just that this is like the kind of, you know, Mario-ish, but just, oh, I didn't. Well, so you get these different levels of oh, I didn't want that one, but it's alright. You have to decide what. It's more like a shooter, so you got to decide on what weapon you want. You need to collect some fruits along the way. Oh shoot! I thought for sure that would bounce off him. I can't remember what. There are some of them that you can bounce off of. This one was not one of them, so it's definitely not Mario. Oh shoot! So I got to the end of this stage. This is 1-1, and then this will be I'll be riding on. So this is the mega one right here. Oh, I waited too long. I didn't touch it. Shoot, I wanted to show you that. So what it's doing is it's giving you a bunch of these because you're gonna fight your boss. The thing is, you gotta make sure you. Alright, so. Oh shoot, come on. His face is turning around, so he's. But now I gotta get closer, so I don't have my, like a bigger weapon. So even though, like, oh, I hit continue real quick. Let me show you. Being that you know, the TurboGrafx CD-ROM came out, you know, as a separate unit to go with the device, this was my first game to get because there was only 2 games available. It was Eastbrook 1 and 2, and this one. There's the mega thing. Explosion. I'll switch back. Anyway, So I'm going to pause that, hit start and select, go back out to the menu. So I definitely want to show you before I quit here. Grand Zort, Super Graphics games were cool. They were just and since it's not a CD game, it didn't have the CD-ROM spinning. Sorry, I skipped the intro there. So on this game, you have this, right? But you have a button. Oh shoot, I died. So it's, you know, a basic scroll game, sort of. But you can switch characters. You have 3 characters. You die with 1 hit, it's part of sucks, but I'm trying to switch to my other characters so that. Oop. Oh wait, that's 6 button, 2 button. There we go. I want the green one because he can shoot. But this is a hard game. Really, really, really crazy. And there's no save. There's a bunch of saves. Alright, I'll hit start select. Go back out. And I'll show you this. Really huge in Japan. There's way more games in Japan than there ever was in America. If they'd brought the same library over from Japan to America that this one had, everybody would have had a game to choose from. And it was only up against the TurboGrafx was against Genesis and the Super Nintendo. And I think it could have held its ground if it had some sort of library to give it backbone, but it just didn't have it. Neo Nectaris is amazing. Sort of a military strategy game. Might be boring to watch or some people, but I'm just in the letter O's. Tons of shooters. Everything that was in an arcade game was converted because over in Japan they made a lot of the games that we eventually played on arcades, and so they got the rights for them to put them over there, but they didn't have the rights in America to put them on. So tons of baseball games. They really love baseball over there. R-Type 1, and then there was R-Type 2, which it's super cool to play the first one because most of us only know about R-Type 2. That was a arcade game here, and it was on almost all the consoles. Raiden, great game. Rastan Saga 2, that's... I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a card game, like poker. Not poker, but poker. Salamander, that's great. Shooter. Shinobi, I don't know. If you like this, there's that version. This is the special version, special edition. So, yeah, I mean, it just would do. All right, so what I'm gonna do for it is I want to hit. We'll go back here. I want to hit start, and I'm gonna say quit emulation station because somebody was asking about more about the technicalities on it. So I'm gonna plug in a keyboard. I have a keyboard mouse combo. Yes, the music is still playing, but okay, whatever. I gotta fix the aspect ratio. I guess we'll just leave the music playing, but anyway. So, okay. So here we are in the base. I have to go to RetroPie. I don't want the other RetroPie 7. And then /ROMs. And there usually is a huge list of folders here, but the folders have been deleted because we don't want them. We don't need them. So under PCE, TurboGrafx-16 you can see there's CHD files. So they've been converted to the disk file, size file, instead of like bin and queues, which you know, a lot of them are. So I'm going to type in clear and then CD backspace or dot, which just takes me back. CD PC Engine. Here's all the HuCard games, which are in zip format. It unzips them, plays the game, and then deletes the unzipped file when you exit the game. Clear, ls, CD, SuperGraphics. It's just going to be a handful of zip files. Cool. And TG16. I can actually just type in LSG-T16 and it'll show me that those are all zip. You know, these are the HuCards. And then lastly, the TG-16 CD is this also CHDs. So if you want to know the sort of the guts of the system, I get you going. Under RetroPie, if you've used it enough, you'll know that there's a video loading screen folder under RetroPie. There's the BIOSes, the music. If you wanted to change the music out, you could delete what's in this one. Oh, that's the actual, oh yeah, there's only two. So, you could take those out and put in more, and it would just cycle through more songs. But under video loading screens, there's folders for this specific games. So a lot of love went into this particular thing. PC Engine. If you look, these are all MP4s for each game loading as that little card floats through. So clear, and then EmulationStation. That takes back in. And then it always loads back to TurboGrafx as the first menu, and there you go. Good to go. Thanks, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments, and I'll get back to you pretty often.